Spain's Queen Letizia and King Felipe today attended a mass at the Cathedral of Valencia in memory of the victims of the deadly floods that devastated the region in October. When the couple attempted to calm tensions last month in the streets of Paiporta, one of the hardest-hit towns on the outskirts of Valencia, anguished locals pelted them with mud and other objects. Today, in their third visit to Valencia since the floods, the royals once again paid respects at the event held in memory of the 230 people who died during the floods, 222 of them in the Valencia region, while 4 others are still missing, according to authorities. The emotional occasion, organized by the Archbishop of Valencia, Enrique Benavent Vidal, saw relatives victims in tears. Letizia and Felipe, both dressed in full black, looked solemn as they greeted Vidal at the event. During a trip to the devastated region in November, Letizia had mud speckled over her face as the crowd shouted murderers and other insults at the royals and government officials, including Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. The reaction forced police to step in, with some officers on horseback used to keep back the crowd of several dozens. Bodyguards opened umbrellas to protect the royal visitors and officials as protesters hurled mud at them. After being forced to seek protection, the king and queen remained calm and made several efforts to speak to individual residents, while local officials, who the angry crowd had reportedly directed their wrath at, fled. The king and queen spent an hour trying to calm tempers before leaving themselves, while Sanchez and the head of the Valencia region, Carlos Mauzan, quickly left. Tonight marked another show of respect from the king and queen, as they stood alongside relatives of victims for the funeral mass. On October 29, the catastrophic rainfall saw homes and businesses demolished as well as thousands of cars piled up in the muddy streets of the eastern region of Spain. The floods, which were the worst in a generation, killed 230 in total in the country, with telephone alerts reaching residents when water was already raging through towns. Several municipalities went days without state help and relied on volunteers for food, water, and cleaning equipment. Outrage has since swept throughout Spain, with hundreds of thousands taking to the streets on the 1st of December to call out the government's handling of the disaster. Many have been demanding that Valencia's president, Carlos Mauzan, step down, with Spaniards furious that the government hadn't alerted citizens until it was too late. Several people died after being caught out in the flash flooding while driving, or while trying to move their vehicles from car parks, as well as those living in ground floor flats.